Welcome back. This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and we're once again playing with this loop antenna. This is a Tecsun AN-200 loop antenna for medium wave only. And I did a quick show before. Well, actually, it was almost 20 minutes, so it wasn't that quick. When I was trying this out for the first time, didn't know what I was doing, and I still don't know what I'm doing. And I got a lot of feedback. I'm really amazed at the amount of feedback, and I appreciate everybody that left me a comment and gave me some suggestions. And I'm going to try some of those things tonight. It's almost 10 o'clock tonight in Florida, and we're going to try some more AM reception using this loop antenna. Now, one of the comments I've got was I wasn't putting the loop antenna close enough to my Grundig 750. Well, I didn't think I had to because I was using the external antenna, the external cable to plug into this port down here to connect to my radio. And one of the reasons the main reason I picked this radio is because it does have a port here to plug in the same type of connector that plugs into this port, which was let me find here, which was this cable here, which was supplied with the loop antenna, but it only has a connector on one end, and you have to supply your own connector on the other end. So initially I used this right here, this cable. Now this cable is actually for my other loop antenna, believe it or not. The one I had demonstrated quite a while back, which is it's like a I think it's 2 or 3 foot triangular antenna. Maybe I can actually show it to you here. Kind of dark in here, but I'll try to show it to you. It's the one hanging right there, right up there. It's kind of twisted so you can't see the complete profile. Plus I don't have the expander there fully extended to open it wide open. So this is the cable for that one. So I thought, well, if it's good enough for that one, it should be good enough for this one. And I was a little concerned that it's not as heavy as the supply cable. This one's pretty stiff, which means it's probably got a lot of shielding. So anyway, I got another, and this is a stereo cable, audio cable. This is a flat cable, supposed to be a little higher quality, supposed to be. So we're going to try that tonight. Plus, another suggestions I got was to use a more portable radio like the PL880, or I dug out this DGen little portable radio. This is the DE22, and the concept or the idea people sent me was to stick the radio down inside the loop, if possible. With this radio, it is possible. So we're going to play with that a little bit. So I got online and I found a radio station that's, let me check again, stand by. It's 19, it's 40 miles from me in Plant City. And I think I'm receiving it. Now, let me just turn this guy all the way down. Okay, and then I'll turn this one up. And there's a station there, maybe even 2 stations. And I'm just using the built-in antenna. Now, another advantage or disadvantage, depending on how you want to look at it, this is a pretty large built-in antenna. Let me move this out of the way for a second. On the Grundig, and it's rotatable. So you would think it would do a pretty good job by itself, because some of your portable radios, especially, whoops, I just kicked the camera, sorry about that, especially one this size, it's not going to have a very big medium wave band antenna. It's got to be tiny in this little thing. And it does have a telescopic antenna for shortwave and FM, but I have no idea what the antenna looks like for AM in this little thing. So you would think it would not get very good reception on the AM band for that reason. Now the Tecsun PL880 is pretty good size, and assuming, and I think I saw a picture of it someplace, assuming that the built-in antenna for medium wave is most of this width, which is probably 7-8 inches. But so that would be a pretty good size whip antenna. Like I say, I think I saw a picture of it, of the inside, but I don't remember. So it might be a fairly decent antenna, built-in antenna. But like I say, this guy, you would think, just looking at the size, this would be the best. So I've got this station on 910, and it's pretty bad. I'll rotate the built-in antenna, see if I can improve it. Seems to get a little better, but not that good. And of course, I'm in my office and I get all this RF noise going around here, and of course it drives all bands, including the medium wave band, pretty bad. So let's turn this back around here, turn this back up. Now let's try one of the suggestions, which was to move this antenna. Whoops, got too much stuff on my desk. And let's move the camera back some, as far as possible. And so we're going to move this antenna as close as possible to the Grundig radio. And now I have to tune it. And that's one disadvantage, is every time you change the frequency on your radio, you got to retune this thing. So I'll do that now. I'm not really seeing any effect, or I should say hearing any effect, so I can't really tune it. So let's try moving it around. We just kind of put it mid-scale, move it around, and maybe I even rotate this guy so it sticks out, and then I can get this loop around it. Ooh, look at there. Now I'll tune it. Yeah, I'm getting a station. And I got it crammed as close to this antenna as I can. Let me move the camera a little bit so you can see a little better. My lighting is not that good. I'll turn another light on. Yeah, that helps. Okay, so what I did is I rotated this guy here. So that I could get almost get it inside the loop here. And of course, let me back it away. And you can see it does have some effect. I'll move it back quite a bit. I can actually hear that station now. Still kind of noisy. Now, let's go back to using the cable connection. We'll plug it into the back of this loop antenna, and then we'll plug it. We'll turn this back to where it was, so it's in its and its storage position. Plug this guy in, and so far not so good. Okay, let's rotate this back. Ooh, right there. Turn the volume up. I'll tune it again on the loop. Okay, that's someone talking about religion. I don't know if that's the same station I had before. Let me unplug it. Move this cable out of the way. Rotate this back. And you see I got a lot of noise when I rotated that direction. Move this back over by it. There he is again. I think, now, let me turn this volume down. Okay, we got a whole bunch of variables going on. I mean, way too many variables. Because when I hooked it up using the cable, I moved it away from the radio. And I've seen before that where you have this antenna in the room makes a difference too. So we're going to hook up the cable again, and we'll plug it back in. And I think when you plug this cable in, I think it disables the induction effect. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about anything on this antenna. Let me plug it back in. There. Okay, you know, turn it back up. Move it back over. Retune it. Boy, that's making a big difference. Now let me pull it away. So I think, and of course, like I say, this is kind of non-scientific. I think it works pretty good when you have it right up against the radio, so that this loop can induce, or vice versa. This loop antenna here can induce its signal into this loop antenna that's connected directly to the radio. But it makes it kind of hard to tune the radio. I mean, you can do it, but then it's kind of hard to tune. Ideally, I think I would rather have it on the cable away from the radio, so I can have full access to the radio and use it that way. Let me move it as far away as I can from this RF noise environment on my desk, and see if that has any effect. Hold on. Okay, I was moving up towards my overhead light, and I'll turn that off because I was picking up a lot of noise when I moved over that way. Nope, still picking it up. Yep, I think it's best on my desk. About there. Or maybe best there. Okay, yeah. So much for... So see, we were able to, per the suggestion that someone made, see the effect of improved reception by moving the loop over by the radio as close as possible to this antenna here that's built into the radio. And it didn't seem to make any difference whether the cable was connected or not. Maybe it did. Maybe by connecting the cable I could move it away and still get a pretty good increase in reception on the radio, and then get it out of my way so I could reach the radio. Maybe. I have to go back and review the tape myself. Okay, so let's unplug this. Totally. No cable. And let's get this cable out of the way. And now we're going to move this thing here, I think they call it a camera. Yeah, a camera. Move that out of the way. And now we're going to try these other two radios. Let's go with this guy here, the Tecsun PL 880. And we'll tune to 910. And turn the volume up. First we'll move the antenna, loop antenna away. So I'm getting something. There he is. There's the guy. So this radio is doing a pretty good job on its own, receiving that weak station. I guess I think, but you never know, but I think that station is Plant City, which is 37 miles from me, I think. I'm beginning to hear two stations in there. Okay, now let's try it over close to the antenna, loop antenna. Now I think I've lost the preacher. Now there he is. And I'm getting that other station that has some music. Now let's tune this in, loop antenna again. Move it around. It's like a juggling act. I don't see that much improvement. So, and again, this is, you could do this kind of test for a couple hours and get different results. Now we're going to try one more test. And that's using this little guy here that you would think would have very poor AM reception. So I'm going to turn it on. And I'll tune it to 910. Yeah, I hear music, Spanish. I don't hear the preacher. Okay, there it is by itself. Okay, now we're going to bring the loop antenna over. The Spanish station is getting stronger. There it's gone. I'll move it away. I do not hear that preacher. We lay it inside here. That's another suggestion, was to lay it inside. Which this one is small enough I can do that. Kind of a balancing act here. No preacher. I'll tune it again. I'll tune it again. Ooh. Very sensitive. Just barely touch it. Okay, we'll rotate the radio. That station's coming out pretty good, which was weaker on the Grundig. Of course, the conditions probably changed on me. Now we just rotate the antenna. Seems to like, for that station, it seems to like about there. Now, that station is in that direction from me. This is not quite perpendicular to where that station. Well, yeah, Plant City. No, Plant City's probably a little south of east, which would be that direction. And this is pointed, or not pointed, but perpendicular to that direction. I don't know if you can tell what I'm talking about. So let's turn this off for a second, and let's see if my other station is gone. Okay. Use this again. No, that on this radio I get the preacher guy, and the music that I heard on the little portable is way down in the background. Barely hear it, but it's there. Where on this radio I'm getting the music. Now let's tune the band a little bit. Maybe this is not that accurate as far as what frequency it's on. Let's try that. Nope, I don't hear that. Let me return this guy. There's the preacher guy. Now, I don't know. I would assume that the station that I looked up is this station. I only say that because there's a lot of Spanish stations that are not on the listing. So since 910 on the listing, and I'll look it up again for you, it says that it's, look at this. This concludes. It says it's in Plant City and it's a religious station. That's it. So that's what that station is. It's in Plant City. It's 37 miles from me, and I recall Plant City is almost east of me, due east of me. And I think you want to have this loop be perpendicular to the station you want to receive. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it appears to be that way. So let me go back and let me move the loop away from the radio, okay? And I'll use this to see if I can nope. Okay, so we're going to put this like that so that it sticks out as far as possible. And we'll move the loop over to it. And there's the religious station. and we'll retune it. Okay, so it's working, and it brought in a station that the radio by itself, it's there, but it's really bad, and the reason it sounds bad, I think, is because all the noise that's on top of it, which this eliminates. Oop. Oh, what did I do? Station's gone. I've lost it. So it's fading in and out. Now there's the music station, and the religious station is almost gone. There it is. Well, there it is. So with this very empirical data, you can see that this antenna definitely has an effect. And in this case, of this one station I tried, it's only one, on a frequency of 910 kilohertz, and it's 37 miles from me, I'm able to pick it up. And unfortunately, with the little guy here, turn it back on, I got to retune it because I bumped it. There it is. Okay, yeah, that's the Spanish-speaking station. Let me retune it. I can get the Spanish station, but I can't get to the other one. And it's, I can get it halfway decent. But the effect, let me, right there is about the strongest. Let me rotate the radio. There's about the strongest right there. Retune it. Rotate it. So, it has a different effect. Yeah. Now, let me take this away from the loop antenna. And I'm still getting that Spanish station, which means, probably what that means, here again I'm guessing, and you've caught me guessing a lot lately. What I'm thinking is that station is really not broadcasting on 910 kilohertz. It's bleeding in from some other frequency. And it could be a very strong station. It's bleeding in on this radio, where it's bleeding in a little bit on this radio, but not as much. Now, one thing I can do on this radio, and let's turn it back up, is I got the full bandwidth right now. Let me change the bandwidth.
From the series Telling My Story.
There you go.
Telling My Story is a 6-part series designed to help you tell others about your spiritual journey. Take Chapter 1. Pastor Stephen Rummage unpacks the foundation.
That's what I was looking for.
In a straightforward, simple doctrines like our security in Christ.
So, to me, it sounds like not only is it bringing the signal of the station up, but it's bringing the noise level down. So I think this is an effective antenna. You just have to do a lot of playing around with it. And I appreciate everybody that gave me some suggestions. The one suggestion about putting the loop right up against the antenna seems to have the most effect. Using the cable didn't seem to work as good as just having the loop close to the radio. Oh my gosh, we're up to 30 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. I'll do some more testing of this. If you want me to try some more things, please leave me a comment. Thanks for watching, and give me a thumbs up. I think we got a thumbs up tonight. Maybe not the other night. Bye bye. 30 minutes, holy cow.